Hello Indianapolis, and hello Eric. I'm doing this video exclusively for you. So if any of you, if you see it or any of your family members see it, the Dickerson family or any of their friends, please let Eric know I've left him a YouTube message posted on YouTube. Basically, what I wanted to tell you was what I've done over the past 2 years, beginning at the end of that 2006 congressional election, which I don't believe Ms. Carson won, which I believe you won, and which I believe I was cheated out of votes in the primary. Starting with the primary election results for the Democrats in May of 2006. When you look at those election results, you have to understand that those elections, there were too many people running in that race for Ms. Carson to get that many votes. Ms. Carson was gravely ill. She was sick at that time. There were housing concerns about her health, of course. Strictest voter ID law in the nation. And for the people running against her. And with all of that, I believe she was able to pull off 29,300 and some odd votes. Now, in 2004, in a presidential election year, she did 30,500 some odd votes. Or maybe 30,900. But at any rate, she was, I think the difference between the 2004 and the 2006 primary election results were 1,600 votes. So that was pretty good shooting in May of 2006 for Ms. Carson, who had all of those things she had to deal with, and for the people on the ballot, and she only missed her presidential election year mark by 1,600 votes. That was miraculous. And the question for me is, why didn't the state of Indiana use those election result totals in their argument to bolster their voter ID law argument? After all, with all of these people running against Ms. Carson, she was still able to hold her own and do 29,305 votes. That was phenomenal, and that would have complemented the state of Indiana's argument when they went up to the 7th Circuit, in my opinion, lied because they didn't put forth the best argument that they could have put forth. And of course, you know, the Democrats didn't bring it up because it wouldn't have helped them out at all. And so, and then they went on and took that argument to the Supreme Court and won. But I don't understand, unless they were trying to hide those election results, why they would not use those election results to help bolster their claim. So moving on to the general election of November 2006, what a lot of people will recall is that there were missing voter cards that night. And we never heard anything else about them. Also, when I look at the election results for the 2006 congressional election, your election results and Ms. Carson's, and then if you look at the last non-presidential primary in 2002, Ms. Carson and Bros McVeigh, those vote totals, if you put them side by side, they look strangely, eerily similar. Your vote totals and Bros McVeigh's vote totals are only sitting 75 votes apart. I think Bros got 64,379, and I think you got 64,305 or something like that, or 304. At any rate, your vote totals are sitting 75 votes apart. To me, that looks artificial. And I don't believe in those election result totals. I think that last minute October surprise that Ms. Carson and the Indianapolis Star, for that matter, pulled, I think it backfired, quite frankly. The other thing you need to know is I filed a lawsuit against Caroline Mays and the Indianapolis Recorder. And I had the transcript. I've got a transcript of that. That case concluded in October of '07 with Gerald Zorri presiding over it, and you never should have heard that case. And wrapping up this video, what I want you to know is that I don't believe they should have ever had a special election. I believe they should have sat you after Ms. Carson's passing. I sent a letter and a complaint to the clerk of the court, Lorraine Miller, back in February to her, essentially to the congressional leadership, explaining with a copy of the complaint that I filed with the Marion County Elections Board that they have not, and I have Beth White's stamp on it, and they haven't even responded to that. That complaint is on file with the Marion County Elections Board, and if they don't have it, give me a shout on my, you can get a hold of me on my email at Pierre at Yahoo. But a complaint was filed with the Marion County Elections Board and the Secretary of State's office. They still haven't responded. And so Congress did get a complaint, told them that they shouldn't seat anybody from a special election, that you should be seated. Of course, they don't listen to me, but that complaint is filed with the clerk of the Congress, and you can call out to Ms. Miller's office and see if they've got a copy of that. In closing, I'll just say that Woodrow Myers and David Ornlichter found out what you found out in 2006. We've had another fraudulent election. Dan Parker said that Woodrow Myers and David Ornlichter were going to split a block of votes, and I don't know how the hell he knew that before the election. But there it is. So, at the very least, I would hope that you folks at some point, you and David and Woodrow Myers, would come together and ask that these election results be looked at by an independent body, because with all of the activities that I've been involved in and criticizing the court and suing judges, my vote totals are suspiciously low, too low. And thank you very much, and that's all I got to say.